What is going on YouTube? It is Rondemic and welcome back to the channel. So as you know, on this channel we find you high paying remote job opportunities and side hustles, and we post them here on the channel so you guys could take a look and see what's out there that would best fit your interest and niche that you could make money in. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So today what we're going to talk about is how to start a lucrative side hustle from 4 people who have done it, and you can be more successful than you think. So this is an article that I found on CNBC. So CNBC has a segment that they call CNBC Make It, where they post about success, money, work, life, and things of that nature, and it basically revolves around finances and how you could make money and things of that nature. So I saw this article and I decided it would be good to just kind of go over it and share it with you guys here. So as I said, the title is How to Start a Lucrative Side Hustle from 4 People Who Have Done It, and you can be more successful than you think. So let's go ahead and dive right onto it here. Alright, so basically, launching a side hustle doesn't have to be complicated if you know where to start. So more people than ever are starting side hustles, data shows. And while you may or may not reach 6-figure success, you can do specific things to ensure your second stream of income is worth the time commitment. That's according to a group of experienced side hustlers who have done it themselves. So I think they said I think you can be successful with more side hustles than you think. Cody Berman, who runs online printables course Gold City Ventures, told CNBC Make It in January. I honestly think people who succeed don't give up. So here are 4 pieces of advice from people who started side hustles that bring in at least $100,000 per year in revenue. So you heard it, guys, $100,000 in revenue per year, and it's going to be advice from people who have actually started side hustles that are going to tell you. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So the first, let me see here, says find a gap in the market. So your first step to starting a side hustle is always figuring out what you can monetize. Then you might want to research how your product or service would solve a problem or satisfy customer needs. So high school senior Bella Lynn, whose side hustle brings in 6 figures annually selling guinea pig cages on Amazon, learned that lesson as a preteen. So in 7th grade, she started selling leggings for teen girls who couldn't afford larger, trendy brands. So it brought in roughly $300,000 in revenue per year at its peak, but was never profitable. So that's kind of a key there to note. Alright, so she knew a market existed, but she was part of her company T-Leggins demographic, but she didn't fully realize how competitive the market was and how challenging it would be to crack into it, she told Make It in January. So a lifelong guinea pig owner, Lynn switched to a new idea, designing enclosures that were easier to clean and allowed the pets to roam more freely than traditional cages. That side hustle, called Guinea Lofts, brought in $410,000 last year, according to documents reviewed by Make It. So roughly 25% of that revenue was profit, Lynn estimated. So with T-Leggins, she said, I realized there are a lot of other companies trying to do the same thing. With Guinea Lofts, I found a gap in the market that wasn't getting much attention, she said. Alright, so that's definitely good to note there. If one side hustle doesn't work out and you research your market a little bit more, you could find something else that you could actually be successful at, and that's exactly what this girl did. And her second side hustle was successful, and it brought in over $410,000 in revenue, and roughly 25% of that revenue was profit. So she didn't give up, and she found something that worked for her. Alright, so keep researching your market over time. So don't stop researching once you've launched your business. Your ability to stay up to date on industry trends and audience demographics can affect your earnings over time, Etsy seller Tim Regal told Make It last year. So Regal started his side hustle, making and selling steel fire pits in 2021. The products quickly gained an audience, helping him make $169,000 in Etsy in a single year, according to the documents reviewed by Make It. But in early 2023, Regal noticed that his profits dipping. So research revealed that a simple explanation, he said, recyclable steel, gas, and packaging supplies were becoming more expensive due to inflation taking a chunk of his profits. Sorry there. Alright, so he studied his competitors' pricing and he decided he could afford to raise his price of his $275 fire pits to $950, up from $650 in fall 2022. He added new features and colors to justify the increase to customers, and his profit margins returned to 35% to 40%. His takeaway is evaluate prices on a monthly basis so you can gradually raise them instead of jolting your customers with larger, more sporadic increases. In today's climate, you have to really watch the cost of everything to make sure you're paying yourself, said Regal. If you're not making a profit, it's not worth spending the extra time on your side hustle. So that's a big thing there, guys. You have to constantly be up on top of what's going on in your market so you can know when to make adjustments and when not to, so you could actually remain profitable. So that's definitely a good piece of advice there from the guy who started his side hustle. All right, so we have let me see here. So use your strengths and past experiences. So don't overthink it. If you're good at something, you may be able to get other people to pay for your expertise. So just ask Becky Powell, a kindergarten teacher in Beaverton, Oregon. Powell brought in $125,500 in 2022 by selling worksheets on the educational resource platform Teachers Paid Teachers, according to documents reviewed by Make It. So, as a teacher, Powell's specialty is teaching kids how to sight read. She told Make It last year. So instead of creating more generalized kindergarten worksheets, something plenty of teachers do, she created resources specifically for other educators to teach sight reading too. So her success came from creating something that stood out from a crowded marketplace, she said. She goes on to say, my husband, a computer engineer, always told me the riches are found in the niches, said Powell. For me, that meant thinking about hands-on activities that would engage students. All right. So that's definitely something very interesting, selling to other educators. So that's pretty much, she broke it down as like it's a niche. So she found her way in that niche and was successful, bringing in over $125,500 just doing that. All right, so we have here next, it says, write and stick to a thesis. Once you've decided on a side hustle, write down a mission statement and make sure every aspect of your business ties back into it. Last year, Morgan Eckroth had 3 jobs and all of them revolved around coffee. She had a $45,000 salary doing marketing for coffee brand Onyx Labs, worked as a barista in Portland, Oregon, and posted videos about coffee to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Her social media accounts alone accounted for $96,000 in profit in 2022, according to documents revealed by Make It, with most of that money coming from ads, brand deals, and merchandise sales. It only worked, Eckroth said, because her videos always connected back to her goal of translating the warmth of a coffee shop to her followers. I think you need to have a thesis for why you're making content. It's great if that's I want to sell more of my product, said Eckroth. Having that written out for yourself is really helpful because you can align every video against that thesis. I always ask myself, am I accomplishing what I set out to sell on here? All right, so basically she made her she was a barista and stuff like that, and her jobs revolved around coffee, so it's a little bit more easier for her to position herself on social media since she had like a little bit of expertise in that, and her videos attracted audience, and like you said, she made over $96,000 in profit in 2022. So that's definitely a good amount of money, you know, just by doing what you love and have expertise in and posting to social media. So guys, as you can see, these are a lot of takeaways from this is, you know, if you have expertise in something, you could research a niche that not a lot of people is doing, and go ahead and start a little side hustle in that, and you could evolve into a business. So a lot of these side hustlers, they make close to 6 figures, a little bit over the 6-figure mark. So it's out there, guys. You know, you could go ahead and do your research and everything like that, and see what's you know, what's out there that you may be interested in, or what you can take advantage of. Or like I said, if you have expertise in a particular area, you can monetize that and make close to 6 figures, or even over 6 figures, like a lot of these people on this list are doing here. So with that said, I'm going to leave a link to the article in the description of this video. So you guys can go ahead and read it for yourself, and just kind of check out a little bit more in depth and see if you could draw some inspiration from this, and hopefully be on your way to starting your own side hustle too. And hopefully you can make some money, guys, making 6 figures or more. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for tuning in here with me on the channel Rondemic. So please do like, comment, share, and I beg you guys to subscribe to the channel. So again, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.